What's up, guys? Game Fever Games here, and I'm back to give you my review on this week's past E3. Let's start off with Microsoft, and by the way, in the background is Road to Chairman Prescott Match 45. And speaking of Gears of War, Microsoft started off with announcing the Gears of War prequel. I think it was scheduled to come out early spring of 2013. And it's going to feature Baird and Cole as the two main characters, but mostly Baird. So from what Rob Ferguson says, who's the executive producer for Gears of War, he says it's going to mainly focus on Baird, which, you know, there's no complaints from me because, believe it or not, Baird is my favorite character. As you guys see, I'm probably not playing with Baird right now because I'm trying to get the female badge thing. I think you have to play like over 2,000 games as a woman character, and I'm surprised that the badge's name is not Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which is weird. It's not named that. I forgot. It's called Amazon is Queen or something like that. But yeah, they started off with Gears of War. They mentioned briefly about Halo 4. Then they went into Tomb Raider because they mentioned Tomb Raider last year. That's pretty much all I can remember from Microsoft. Oh, then everybody's favorite shooter, Black Ops 2, which I could give two craps about the story mode for that game. I only play Call of Duty for multiplayer. That's pretty oh, and their new smart device, which lets you use any tablet or smartphone you connect it to your Xbox 360, something I really don't care about. Oh, and they plan on finally adding Internet Explorer to Xbox Live, which is long overdue. But that now, and obviously some Kinect games and Dance Central 3. Nothing. See, the problem I have with Microsoft's conference at E3 is there was nothing new. Like, the only thing that was new was the smart device. But to be honest, I don't care. I'm a gamer. I don't care about what extra things that every console could do. I care about the games that come out for each console. So there's this smart device, you can hook your smartphone to your Like, I don't care about that. I don't care about Internet Explorer being on my Xbox Live. My computer's right next to my console. If you guys see my setup video, if you haven't, I'm gonna put a random annotation here to go see it out. My computer's right next to my Xbox. I know there's some people in the world that isn't, but still, it's like it doesn't. I don't care. I care more about what the console was made for. Obviously, it's a video game console, so it's meant for the video games. That's why I buy consoles, for games, for online, and for online play too. But mostly, it's the games. Another reason why I didn't enjoy Microsoft's conference is it's stuff that we already heard about. Gears of War got leaked on that website that starts with a K. I think it's Quato. Got leaked on Quato a week before it came out. We already knew about Halo 4. They mentioned it last year. Now they're just showing footage about it. Come on, we knew that was going to be another Black Ops. Are you good people? As my remote falls, you guys are going to sit here that you didn't know another Black Ops was coming after the trailer was already announced in May. Tomb Raider, they talked about that last year. And they showed a clip about it last year. The only surprise that they showed me was the latest Splinter Cell game, which is Blacklist. But we'll get more into Blacklist when I talk about Ubisoft. Now we're moving on to EA. Just hold caps lock and put Z's, because that's all I got out of EA. Nothing. You know there's going to be another Madden. You know there's going to be another Tiger Woods. The only surprise is that EA now has the license to make UFC games, which, do you really trust EA making UFC games? I mean, whatever happened to the MMA game? It came out and it flopped. So we'll see if they don't screw up the UFC game. Come on, you already did. Like I said, I wasn't surprised by that. Ubisoft, on the other hand, they brought me back to how E3 is supposed to be, with surprising you with stuff. Like Splinter Cell, new, never heard about it, wasn't leaked, wasn't talked about it. 100% new. Watch Dogs, 100% new. It was never talked about before E3. New demo and everything. 100% new. Yes, they did show Assassin's Creed 3, but we all thought that was going to end it. No. The new game Watch Dogs ended their conference. So 2 new games. And then another computer based shooting game, only based for competitive shooters. Once again, 100% new. Nothing was talked about. Ubisoft wins this E3 because it was full of surprises. That's what I remember E3 being about growing up as a kid, growing up hearing about and watching it and read it. Being surprised about what's going to come out next. Nothing that got leaked or was already talked about or was already shown or something that we already knew about. 100% new things. Ubisoft brought majority of new games that was never talked about beforehand new to the table, and that's why I liked Ubisoft's performance once and all. Splinter Cell Blacklist. The only problem with I have it is that the voice actor is different. That's my only problem. The game, from what it looks like, if it plays how the cinematics were, 100% great. I like it. I enjoy it. Now there's going to be a 4th echelon because there is no more 3rd. So great. 100% love it. Can't wait for that to come out. Can't wait for Watch Dogs. Obviously, I can't wait for Assassin's Creed to come out. But yeah, Ubisoft. Now I'm going to go on to Nintendo, which is second. And Reggie, the president and CEO of Nintendo of America, is the best spokesperson in the world. He quoted his own meme saying his body was ready. And first off, how it started off with another surprise, Pikmin 3. Yes, I've heard about it, we mentioned it, but we've actually seen it. Pikmin 3. I am a huge Pikmin fan. I am all for Pikmin. Pikmin 3 got me very, very hyped when I saw it. It was, yes, and now if you paid attention in the opening credits, when it said Pikmin 3, they didn't debut it, they debuted Rock Pikmin, but you saw Pikmin that flew. I don't know if anybody paid attention to it, you could go back and watch it, but you saw, when it said Pikmin 3, you saw flying Pikmin. I don't know if they're going to go more into that, but all we know is you could play it could go up to 4 players, or you can manage 4 people at a time. There's a mystery. There's no Captain Olimar, but you see his family, which grows suspicion. Did Captain Olimar have to go back to make more money for his company? Did he go back and get lost? Because we saw what I saw to be his wife and his kid. I didn't see any Louis, but as Moto announced that that Captain Olimar is lost through the story, so there was no Captain Olimar. Very interested in seeing what's gonna go on in Pikmin 4. I'm a big fan of Pikmin. I played through Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. Huge fan of it. Can't wait to buy Pikmin 3. And Pikmin 3 is the reason why I'm buying a Wii U. Other things that was new. New Luigi's Mansion on the DS. Wasn't talked about. It was a surprise. Another thing that I liked. Another Paper Mario on the DS. Wasn't talked about. Wasn't leaked. Another surprise that I had. So Nintendo is up there. That's why I put Nintendo second, but Ubisoft had the most. I didn't really catch Sony, but what I heard from friends, they just talked about God of War, and some other things that Sony usually does. I really didn't catch a chance. I didn't really catch any news on what Sony did. Basically, all I heard was just God of War. And this is telling you how much I knew, because obviously it would have been posted all over my Facebook wall and all of my news feed that Sony did something new, but I guess it was like the same old Sony, because my internet didn't crash the morning I woke up. So I really didn't hear that much from Sony without me seeing it. So it probably doesn't let down what Sony did. Let me leave a comments in the description what Sony did do, because from what I heard was just basically God of War. I didn't hear anything, change, like groundbreaking from Sony or from the Sony Vista at that. But yeah, that's overall what I've watched from E3. I'm very and another letdown that Nintendo didn't give us a release date or a price for the Nintendo U. That made me sad. I've never been so sad at one point that I was actually saving money. They didn't give us a release date or a price date for Pikmin 3 or the Wii U. And I'm only buying the Wii U for Pikmin 3. The only reason I don't have a Wii is because there was no Pikmin 3 for the Wii, so I didn't buy a Wii. That's the reason why I don't own a Wii. So yeah, I'm very excited, looking forward to, from Watch Dogs. Can't wait to play that game. Pikmin 3, obviously. Halo 4, yes, but it didn't surprise me at E3 because I already knew it's coming out. That comes out this fall. So I'm going to pick up Halo 4 because I'm a big Halo fan. Obviously, I'm going to play Black Ops because only for the online. But I'm really looking for Pikmin 3 whenever that comes out, and Watch Dogs. Assassin's Creed 3. Gonna go have to play Revelations now before it comes out. I'll probably find to play it and beat it sometime throughout the summer. So yeah, but I'm mostly excited for that Pikmin 3. Yeah, I've been rambling on. I'm a huge fan for Pikmin 3. But that's my take on E3. That's pretty much all I have to say. You're gonna finish out I'll let you guys enjoy the last 4 minutes of Road to Chairman Prescott match 45. And if you guys haven't checked out my last Yu-Gi-Oh video, there's gonna be a link to it in this video here. I should look around. It should be posted right about now. But anyway, this is Game Fiend, Beautiful Gabe, guys, and I'm signing out. Later. Peace.
They would. Fucking bomb.
terrible that game.
Dudes pulled out the O combo and still,
They're chugging.